Thanks for the fantastic opportunity to be presenting here today at the Qatar Fintech Summit. I'm actually happy the event this year is being hosted virtually because today, August 24th, is actually my birthday. And if the event were in person, I'm not sure my family would be very happy with me being so far away from home. But I do hope this event next year will be held in person. I've only once visited Doha. That was in transit from Sydney, Australia, the city where I was born, when I was flying to Davos in Switzerland to deliver a speech. And I hope that next year I will be back in Qatar, if not for the Qatar Fintech Summit, but certainly for the World Cup. I'm even wearing my beloved Manchester United cufflinks. I wear my heart on my sleeve. I'm a huge football fan too, and in addition to my passion for innovation in fintech. My name is Jeremy Balkin, and I'm honored to serve as the global head of innovation in fintech for the phenomenal wholesale payments business within JP Morgan. The JP Morgan wholesale payments business moves 1 in every 4 US dollars that moves every day, or approximately $8 trillion per day. That equates to roughly 3,000 transactions per second and $5 billion per minute, with an error rate of 1 in every 100 million transactions. We at JP Morgan are also really proud of our leadership position in providing financial services here in the state of Qatar. JP Morgan is a major US dollar clearing bank to other banks and the state of Qatar for more than 50 years and extend cross-line of business services to many key institutions here. We've built strong relationships in the country at a sovereign and institutional level, and JP Morgan has been doing business in this region overall for more than 80 years. JP Morgan is a truly powerful franchise serving over 98% of Fortune 100 companies. And here in the EMEA region alone, we service over 250 clients across central banks, and corporations, where we continue to extend our support throughout the marketplace and overcoming recent global challenges. Our collaborations are in line with the Qatar National Vision 2030, its planned economic diversification, and we remain closely coordinated with key business heads and CEOs to share thought leadership and best practice with a focus on the future of fintech and leveraging our technology and scale to create efficiencies for the institutions that we service. I want to congratulate my dear colleague and friend, Mr. Ali Musa, who leads our efforts in the region. And I know that he's attending the Qatar Fintech Summit today. He's watching this, as are many of his clients, and I want to pay tribute and extend my gratitude to both him, his clients, and his colleagues for the outstanding leadership, warmth, and collaboration in this region. Now let's talk about the future of payments. In 2011, the fastest way to move money on the same day from New York to London would have been to catch a plane from JFK to Heathrow and deliver it yourself, believe it or not. Now, a decade later, you can save both the cost and inconvenience of the flight and make a secure, real-time cross-border payment that's received literally in the blink of an eye at virtually no cost. And not just from New York to London, but New York to virtually anywhere in the world in any currency. I should also add that that also now includes space, thanks to our wonderful colleagues in Onyx by JP Morgan, who made history earlier this year, making the first payment in space. The rapid digitization of the planet over the last decade has been powered by ubiquitous and instantaneous communication, enabled by a handheld supercomputer in the palm of your hands, otherwise known as your smartphone. And that smartphone also happened to make phone calls, send text messages, and capture 4K video. We saw significant technological advancements, rapid innovation, and societal shifts occurring over the last decade. Many of these technological developments became so quickly ingrained in our personal and professional lives that they often went relatively unnoticed, and their impact almost an afterthought. In 2016, there were 3.67 billion smartphone subscriptions worldwide. Today, there are 6.4 billion, and by 2026, it's estimated there will be 7.51 billion mobile phone subscriptions worldwide. Also saw mobile upgraded from 3G to 4G networks that heralded a whole new age of calling, texting, and internet connectivity for mobile devices. But 4G offered 10 times faster speeds than 3G networks, including download speeds of 1 megabit per second to 15 megabits per second. So in other words, this reduced download time for an 800 megabyte movie or football match went from 5 hours to 43 seconds. The introduction of 4G made it a foundational technology for a range of mobile applications that saw millions of users move away from their clunky desktop computers to shop online and move money and communicate on their mobile device, all on the go. For instance, daily time spent online on mobile devices increased from just 32 minutes in 2011 to 132 minutes in 2019. In fact, the average time spent on TikTok is 52 minutes a day alone at this point in time. The smartphone revolution has fundamentally leveled the playing field for consumer and merchant expectations alike, as well as marketplaces access everywhere from Doha to Detroit and Sydney to San Francisco. Internet connectivity has connected people from all walks of life and from all over the world and made communications simple, secure, scalable, and free. Built on top of these communication rails has been the unprecedented technological development across all industries, especially the emergence of fintech. Indeed, fintech is the combination of technology and finance to deliver a simpler, better, and faster user experience in financial services. Before 2011, the term fintech was virtually unheard of in the common lexicon. Today, the term fintech is ubiquitous, and over the past decade, the term is now being used over 500 times more in printed text, according to Google. According to FT Partners, there was over $1.2 trillion of fintech investment and M&A activity between 2010 and 2020. By 2025, widespread adoption and greater use of digital financial services could increase GDPs of all emerging economies by 6%, or about $3.7 trillion, and create 95 million new jobs by 2025. Further illustrating this point are now at least 6 unicorns, that is, startups with a valuation higher than $1 billion, in Africa today. Each of these unicorns are focused on payments and leveraging the scalability of fintech to power global economies and, in turn, global payments. In fact, last year, fintech investments grew even as GDP contracted globally. Fintech withstood the challenges posed by the events of the past year in large part due to the accelerated pace of digitization in almost every aspect of our personal and business lives. In Europe, fintech grew by 72%, and in the US by 39% usage throughout the year. Fintech companies that cater to this new paradigm, especially around payments and e-commerce, saw immense growth. In the first half of 2021, a total of 32 deals valued at $1 billion or more were announced, and there was over $150 billion of fintech investment alone. Fintech companies offering online and mobile solutions, especially in e-commerce marketplaces and facilitating payments, saw record adoption rates and drastically accelerated their shift from the periphery to the mainstream. Over this next decade, we expect to see similar rapid and meaningful technological advancements to occur. Moore's law suggests that over a 10-year period, semiconductors will advance about 32 times, resulting in incredible technological innovation that should not only change technology, but society too. If they said software is eating the world in the last decade, we believe the next decade is perfectly ripe for payments. In fact, payments have evolved over the last decade to become a data and communications equation, resulting in the creation of ISO 20022 as the emerging global and open standard for payment messaging. This convergence of data and communication create a common language and model for exchanging payments across the world. Simply put, over the last decade, payments have revolutionized financial services to become what email is to the internet, only more essential. As rapid innovation was pursued by entrepreneurs, internet-powered communications quickly evolved from email to social media to marketplaces to e-commerce. The next decade, we expect to see additional foundational changes with the introduction of 5G, coupled with improvements in AI algorithms and data latency vastly shortens. 5G means more than just faster internet. It proliferates the mass adoption of connected devices in homes, cities, enterprises, including those involved in agriculture, healthcare, manufacturing, and infrastructure. Each of these industries is leading the way in this important GCC region, as you well know here in Qatar. Increasingly, these industries rely on connected devices to gather and analyze data, making processes more efficient, reducing downtime, and freeing up time to focus on new products and new initiatives. Such foundational progress and innovation should enable new technologies to flourish, including conversational AI, Internet of Things, connected cars, and augmented and virtual reality. As these new technologies are introduced to the marketplace, it's undoubted they will have a profound impact on how we live, how we work, how we consume, and even shape and reshape both investments and the economy as a result. Payments modernization are at the core of this phenomenon becoming a reality. And that's why we believe over the next decade you will see payments becoming even more ubiquitous, even more embedded, and even more important in our personal and professional lives. Thanks sincerely for the opportunity to join you here today, albeit virtually, and I wish you all a wonderful Qatar Fintech Summit. And I look forward to seeing you all next year in Doha. Thank you.